Hello, welcome back to another episode. Malva is here. So, in our last episode, we conducted a, a static and dynamic analysis of Artemax keylogger. So, actually, in this case, we will try to analyze a BlackNet sample. BlackNet actually, it's a botnet. Okay, it's a botnet that it's a famous botnet until now still can be used by some international adversaries. But one of the stuffs about BlackNet is a require to be hosted on a on a specific domains. Could be compromised domain or new registry domain, and so on. So actually, we're just trying to open a hex editor to conducting some basic metadata or initial triage of analysis to BlackNet. So actually, it's a MZ, so it's a PE uh, portable executable, or we can say. And here's just some kind of a blob code is, but it doesn't appear to be packet. Okay, let's close it and back to PEID and open the PEID to get another um, information about this executable. Actually, it's from picture. Okay, BlackNet. So actually, it's a C sharp and Visual Basic.net. Okay, it's not like being packet also. However, we can just try open the datakit easy to just another analysis. Again, it's a vb.net and 32-bit. And if you go to the entropy, overall it's not packet, and by section again it's not a packet. And if you try to go to resource hacker and just drop it, there are just icon, a manifest, and authentication. Oh, requested privilege. Yes, it's as invoker node administration. And if you look the strings, we may be able to find some stuffs or um yeah. Good. Nice stuffs available. Okay, so we can use dnspy for this purpose. Okay, open dnspy and let's see with the dnspy what's operation we can conduct it to this BlackNet sample. So BlackNet's web application RAT, remote access Trojan RAT, and you have to host it. And so actually just copy it to it, or you can just drag and drop. Okay, it's mentioned CV host. Why? In here we have BlackNet because the original file name is CV host. Okay, so remember that. Okay, in here you have some information, but actually we don't need that because we got it from Dedicated Easy and also metadata analysis. Just go to entry point. So actually in here, let's see what we have. And no, just close that and go to CV host main controller, and let's see what's our information we're trying to get it. Okay, so actually trying to be it's a main control actually. So trying to connect this host, and the ID of the victim is hacked. So it's a depend on the victim that provide the a specific name for the victim machine. And actually the name of the payload is Windows Update. If you look at here, right click, properties, details, so Windows Update. Okay, Windows Update Assistance, but the original file name is cvhost.exe. And actually the path is a temp. Okay, is a temp. It drop into temp folder. I mean here, it tried to drop into here. okay, after execution. So anti-VM falls. So actually, the builder of the BlackNet have this mechanism to encryption, anti-VM, USB spread, OD spread, DB spread, and startup and so on. But actually, let's just a little bit down to some operation. Um, let's see what we have over here. And again, we have a blacknet.dat, Windows update.exe. Okay, it show you client is connected. Okay, to the panel. Okay, client may be a malware scanner and so on. So just some indication of the payload itself. But actually, let's get a location. Let's try to get a location. Let's see. It's a PowerShell. Yeah, it's actually used for bypasses execution policy, and with the temp name actually, because this file after execution it will jump into TMP over here. Okay, so just remember. And get RAM size, just try to get a RAM size, get GPU, get antivirus. From here it try to using WMIC or WMIC, select it from antivirus protect, and just it can do by PowerShell also. And Discord stealer, it trying to steal stuffs from a Discord. Okay, so it try to scan for the Discord. So if Discord is available, it uploaded token.txt, but if not, it mentioned that the Discord is not available. And check USB in here, client data in here, check admin again in here, and try to check USB again and try to find another one. So it's a run a miner. It can be that's a run xmar. It's some kind of a miner. It's a well-known miner actually. So BlackNet have this capability. Self-destroy, actually it trying to doing self-destroy by some way. In one way is to get a process info. Okay, so try to do what, run cmd.exe /c for execution and ping 1 for I mean for some loading, and trying to delete itself. Okay, delete itself after execution. So remember this line of the code, and that's a start operation. Still over here, so user data, default cookies, and of course SQLite, and it's a for file focus. Try to steal cookies and steal passwords. So password stealer.dll. So that's maybe another mechanism that that BlackNet have is, and the take screen, and the screen sent to cpanel. It's a cleaner temp that's install yeah, that's installing itself. That's updating client. Yes, and trying to some anti-VM mechanism, but the anti-VM by default is disabled. But try to some anti-VM actually. There are many anti-VM is available from the sample. One of the one I mentioned, if VM guest lib.dll is exists, it trying to kill yourself. Okay, and if vbokus for virtual bokus, and I think this one is for sandbox. I believe it's a for sandboxing. So if any of those is available, it's trying to kill itself. Okay, so trying cmd, yeah, it's trying to delete. So let's find f. Yeah, trying to delete itself, I believe, after checking for those stuffs, and that's for anti-debugging. So there are some way to anti-debugging. So by is debugger present and detected sandbox, I believe that's why this one has been used. and let's try it trying to find those software. If this software is fine or being finded by the BlackNet, it try to kill itself. Okay, it trying to kill itself. Okay, so for example, Wireshark, Apache DNS, IP blockers, process hacker, network miner, um, Roger killer, task money reflector, process explorer, spy the spy, um, some other wreck shot. Good. And other ones, Aristotle, Metascan Online, Speedgear, and the other stuffs, if being found, start killing itself. Another one to by getting information about the victim computer. For example, try to search for VMware for virtual box, because this after conducting this command, the CPU model it show virtual VMware or virtual box by default, and that's for sandboxing. Actually, you take a sandbox as I mentioned it before. And the other stuff it have disable Windows Defender. So actually the BlackNet try to disable um, defenders from here. It try to that's a key, and it's a sub key, and that's a value. 0 is for disable this one and this one, and try to disable AMSI, so the real-time scanning. So that's a and also here trying to do it by PowerShell. PowerShell get in preferences verbose, and here again trying to kill and disable the Windows Defender entirely. Okay, and the other mechanism it's for DDoS. Okay, trying to doing DDoS by different way. So DDoS, slow response HTTP, army, and the other stuff. So that's it's not a something new for a botnet. So because botnet actually one of the ways for DDoS, and that's HTTP socket. Mm-hmm. Good. IES encrypt and decrypt, and HTTP here. That's a user agent, maybe a crafted user agent. Sorry, custom. Good. Good. Upload PHP ID. Receive commands. Okay, connection.php. Good. New logos. Check panel. .php. Log.txt, and so on. The ID host. So actually we found it already. We have something more. We have persistence mechanism also available. So just trying to my computer. No, my computer resources. Again, there are not a lot of resources actually. Just see these others. So binder, it's a binding stuffs. You can bind with another software. So it's a drop file, start binder, and write actually I believe it embeds something into the resource section, and by the I try to if text dot contains main controller text dot contains resource text dot contains watcher.exe, trying if not it maybe try to create it. And browse handler. Oh, it so actually it's a advanced ones actually. Yeah, actually it's a and torrent seeders. Oh, good. Loggers trying to logging stuffs. Keylogging. Yes, it trying to keylogging. That's a keylogging stuff. That's why use the 32.dll is available here, and that's a Discord token. Trying to some regular expression. Oh, for MFA, multi-factor authentication, two-factor authentication. Actually, it's an advanced one, and clipboard. It's a for keylogging. Again, it's a for keylogging. Kill Discord and search for token. it's a advanced one actually. And for torrent seeders, logger discord token Calibor, yes, and trying to see persistence. So persistent, it's mostly in a most writers is the same, trying to persistence by schedule tasks and trying to by registry and registry one key. Yes, trying to add it to schedule task. Uh-huh. Installing path name, but doesn't registry. No, I believe it contain a registry. Yes, it's trying to critical processes. Maybe it trying to inject a process into specific processes, but it need administration level, I believe. So that's why, because NTDLL is trying to work between kernel space and the user space. Also kernel mode and user mode. And in startup we try to buy from two paths. So HK current user and HK local machine. So from run and run also not run once. Yeah, same. And stealth mode. So what's about stealth mode? Oh, install server. It have a stealth mode and watchdog. So what's watchdog is? Watchdog, I think it would be some kind of external payload and spreads. It try to spread in different way, and separate through Dropbox, okay, and spread through OneDrive. It doesn't have a LAN spread. Yes, it try to spread through Dropbox and OneDrive, and also USB spread. It trying to get a drive information and create shortcut. Yeah, I think the code is available is somewhere near. Try to create auto run. Yeah, it try to create a shortcut. It used wscript.shell create shortcut $LNK. Uh, uh, target path cmd.exe. So actually it's a for LNK, and actual working directory argument c start explorer.txt and so on. And actually, yeah, actually it's have some advanced capabilities actually. That's a little drv, I think, through drivers. Yes, it tried to through drivers. So actually that's overall of analysis of a BlackNet sample. Maybe in other video you'll try to use Zeus sample and see what's a difference between BlackNet and Zeus. So actually the Nebula worm and the BlackNet sample, they are close to each other, depend on the functionalities, especially for spreading mechanism. But BlackNet is trying to use other ways. Instead a USB spread on LAN, it's tried to use by OneDrive and also Dropbox, and use some other mechanisms for their own purpose and for DDoS, and some I can say some other mechanism actually for anti-debugging stuffs, and so on. So actually you can just try to take a journey by yourself and start conducting your analysis. And actually we found the IP address here because it's the nature of the botnet. Actually that's the IP address. You can just copy it and go to virustotal.com, and just paste it. Yes, BlackNet. Yes, and you can just remove this one and remove this one. Came to relation, you can find a related sample, this one. Let's check the hashes. Yeah, it's same. It's the same sample. It's the same sample. Yeah, you can try. It's based on the experience. So we call WMI persistence and other stuff. So actually it's based on the experience. Alhamdulillah, yeah, it's a mercy from God. So you can trying to conducting your investigation and be a great threat researcher. Bye bye.